Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Sports. Bad news if you are a Bulls fan, because the franchise has officially given an injury update on three key players, Ruan Nortje, Elrigh Louw, and Johan Goosen's injuries, and none of them looking particularly good. With the earliest return for Johan Goosen and Ruan Nortje looking like April at a push, whilst Elrigh Louw, there's still no return date. All we do know is it's going to be a very long-term injury, and that could actually put his Springbok participation in the year in doubt, depending on whether, for example, if it's a 9-month layoff, he very unlikely to play for the Boks this year, which is so frustrating for a player who's becoming up the ranks and really got himself into contention in a year. Before you get into it, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. So, Nortje sustained a knee ligament injury in the first half of the game against the Lions. He has started his recovery and rehab program, and does not require surgery. He's expected to be out for about 8 to 10 weeks, so targeting April as a return. The flyhalf, Johan Goosen, had an op on his knee and has started his rehab as well. Also expected to happen be back between 8 and 10 weeks. Apparently, in theory, he's completed 2 weeks already, so it could be sort of 6 to 8 weeks at this rate from now. So at this stage, they're expected to return in action in April, says the press release, where the Bulls have got a bit of an EPCR week competition in the month, really, when they're going to open for the round of 16 clash, as well as potential quarterfinal clash. They also have to go to Thormund Park to take on Munster, and to Thormund Park, Scott's Stadium for a Glasgow trip. So it's a very big April that these two potentially might be back for, but also not ideally you wanted to sort of rush them back. The more worrying update comes with Elrigh Louw, who said that he sustained a long-term injury in the opening minutes of the second half, and he has spoken to a specialist, and is supposed to be having an operation in the next few weeks. However, he has not been able to do it because of the significant swelling around the area, and hoping to have the operation the next week or two. After that, his rehabilitation will become more clear, but it's a long-term injury. So if we're looking at this good for on a best case scenario type of thing, we're looking at Elrigh Louw getting an op in sort of the third week of February, sometime there. And then if we're looking at sort of even like 6 months, for example, we're looking at a long-term lab, which is what it usually often is. Then you're looking at August potentially for a return. So I think at this stage, unlikely we see Elrigh Louw with the Boks until the end of the year tour. Because I think that even if he's back, inverted commas, in August, very unlikely probably that they'll rush him back into the Boks here, for example, get him involved in the Rugby Championship. More likely he'll start to play a bit of Currie Cup games, try to get some fitness, and if he can get back to form, then be included in the end of the year tour. Incredibly frustrating for Elrigh Louw, because I thought last year, he wasn't even part of the Boks setup initially, and was kind of brought in as an injury reserve. Took his chance, started becoming part of the bomb squad, started really adding value, and I think was now sort of firmly in Rassie Erasmus's plans. Then gets his injury, and now he's going to miss a lot of Bok rugby this year. We're assuming. We're not. We're not past confirmation. But when you think that it's a long-term injury, they're talking about more medium-term injuries, kind of the 8 to 10 weeks. That's kind of where they are. So 8 to 12 weeks would be considered a medium-term. Long-term is usually anything for over 4 or 5 months. And given the fact that it looked like a suspected break, as well as the fact that it's still hasn't been able to have operation on it, and it's almost 2 weeks later because of the swelling, also indicates that it's pretty serious. In terms of the Bulls, what's huge loss, isn't it? It's a main player in the back row. It's both their sort of club captains. Ruan Nortje is massive in that second row, very important to their line out and to the general set piece. And then you've got Johan Goosen, who might not have been having his best season, but when he's on form, is a huge part of that Bulls setup. Now, the Storm is apparently already prepping to see Elrigh Louw playing at fly half this weekend. Interesting to see how that goes. I think it's the right decision as well. Buddha Chamberlain is a nice player, but hasn't really been able to sort of spark that Bulls back line. And I think that moving Elrigh Louw there could be an interesting move, given the fact as well that they're apparently negotiating with him regarding his new contract for him to sort of basically stay on as a fly half and basically make that kind of move full time, which I think Elrigh Louw would enjoy. I think he's a player getting to that last stage of his career. I think he'd enjoy the responsibility of playing fly half. I think as he gets a bit older, his pace will go a little bit, but his creativity, his rugby mind, and his kicks and stuff like that, you kind of expect them to sort of keep that. The only issue is obviously then potentially if he's starting at 10, you don't really have a goal kicking option or a natural goal kicking option, but David Creel can kick for goals, for example. I suppose it depends on who you go with full back. But the Bulls have had a massive issue at flyhalf, which is weird considering that they have a Jakob van der Walt, for example, Buller Chamberlain, Elrigh Louw, Johan Goosen, even a Henry Edelman can come on and potentially play that role, and yet still not 100% in terms. So lots of sort of thinking there for Jake White to do. But not good news if you're a Bulls fan, not ideal news if you're a Springbok fan either. Which of the players do you think will be the biggest loss for the Bulls? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Wishing all those players the best with their recoveries, and hopefully you'll see them on the rugby field very, very soon. My name is Steve. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys also very soon.